What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Couch Coaches Podcast. We got Week 6 in the NFL all wrapped up, and if you're a Giants fan like we are, you couldn't have been happier with the way this week went. So we're going to unhash everything that has to do with that. Shane, we were at the game on Thursday night, an electric game, so fun, great to beat the Eagles. Talk to me about all your thoughts about it.
Dude, it was crazy. I mean, it was just so fun. I mean, sitting in the section with, Eagles fans are rowdy. They do bring a pretty big crowd, and just to see the Eagles fans just in utter shock and just so upset. There's nothing better. And I just loved how our team played, the physicality, the energy, especially in our young quarterback. I mean, that was his best game.
100%.
And he just balled out. And it's just the New York Giants are changing. They're changing.
Yeah, bro. It was probably it was the greatest feeling, man. I mean, we had Eagles fans sitting right in front of us, and they're watching the Phillies game, Game 4 against the Dodgers, while the Giants-Eagles game's going on, and then watching the Phillies lose, watching the Eagles lose. As a Giants and Mets fan myself, it couldn't have been greater. But yeah, I think with Dart and Skattebo, I just think they just bring this excitement in New York. And for, as a city, for the Giants and Jets going in, like we talked about last week, it's what hope do you have? Mm-hmm. And I think just this excitement, it just gives a different vibe for fans, for New York people who Yankees just got eliminated, the Mets are out. It's just what do we have in New York to be hopeful for right now? The Giants are starting to give New York a little bit of hope, and I think it's exciting. I think it's great. I think the Giants, I think Dart looked really good on Thursday night. It's is he going to show up in the big games? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all right, you play the Chargers, you play the Saints and whatnot, but it's are you going to show up division rivals at home? And I thought Dart played great.
Yeah. No, it's a rookie's job also is to spark that energy, be that little little spark plug, bring that youth to the team and have fun with it. And these two are just doing that, especially Skattebo. I mean, just the way he runs the football just screams energy, just screams aggression, and it just is so contagious. Mm-hmm. And then you got Dart, who just loves the spotlight. I mean, he's a New York Giant.
Yes.
And I hate to say it, but I was happy with the pick, but I wasn't sure. Mm-hmm. We're now seeing him in that Giant uniform and him balling out. It's man, I'm so glad we didn't get Shador. I'm so glad we didn't get Dylan Gabriel. He's our guy.
Yeah, he's definitely. Guy. No, I thought on draft night, I was super pumped. I mean, I thought Cam Ward was the only guy I would have wanted over Jackson Dart. As a Georgia fan, I know exactly how good Jackson Dart is, and so I knew that I wanted him because I knew we weren't going to get Cam Ward at 1. Yeah. So I'm super pumped about it, and I think what did you think about Dable going into the medical tent?
Listen, it really, it's funny because it really shows how much faith he has in the kid. And as we all saw, we heard the boos. You even heard the boos from the TV. My dad was just talking about it, how loud was it?
Yeah.
When Russell Wilson stepped on that field, there was no chance. There was no
brutal
hope. I mean, you're run the ball. It was that bad. So, I mean, it was a little over the top from Dable.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's this is our guy. He brings a swagger to our team, and we can win with him. And you've been seeing it, and he's only going to get better, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Dable, it's one of these things when you have a coaching staff that it's they're on their last life. You're gonna get absolute best from them. Whatever it is, Dable is giving his absolute best to make Jackson Dart and prove Jackson Dart is the guy, right? True. And so I think it can go one of two ways. It either is he's trying to overmanage and overdo too many things, which in this situation I think he did. I think he's Jackson, get back on that field. We need you right now. And so he breaks a couple rules and he's not supposed to do it. So I'm not saying that was a good idea.
Yeah.
But it's also in the side of we're seeing the Jackson Dart experiment work out.
Yeah.
It's Dable is seeing his job get saved week by week. And I think because of that, he made a decision that was just like, all right, you broke a couple rules, but you were right about Jackson Dart, at least so far. And so, I think for the Giants, it's working out so far with their new quarterback. But
yeah, you're seeing an absolute masterclass of a draft. I mean, Abdul Carter going against Lane Johnson. You see what Burns did. And it's just like they're working together. The defensive line is starting to come together, work as a unit, look good, play pretty decent against the best offensive line in football. And then you're seeing Skattebo, the 4th-round pick, just be an absolute dog. I mean, he is the gem of the draft, and dare I say, one of the better running backs in the league right now.
Yeah, well, with Skattebo, I mean, like, I agree that he's definitely got that chip on his shoulder. But you look at it though, like when he was in high school or college, right? And he said it in that interview when he was just like, I'm the best running back in the country. And like everyone's like, Genty's going to win the Heisman. And he's like, I should win the Heisman. Obviously, Travis Hunter ended up winning it, but they were like, the conversation wasn't between Skattebo and Hunter. It was just Genty and Hunter. So for him, he's just like, I deserve to be in that conversation. He's like, whatever team is going to get me is going to get a gem. And like he said it in that press conference. And I think he's right.
I'd take him over Genty in a heartbeat. I would take him. I like Hampton, but I don't see a running back better. And dare I say, I don't see a player in that draft that has such an impact on a football game. I mean, he is just such a dog.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, like, in the draft class, if you look at every single player, the impact they have on their team so far in the season, it's hard to say that Dart and Skattebo are not up there at 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Cam Ward is like, he's really good. I think Cam Ward's probably still better than both of them.
Yeah.
But they're 1 and 5. You know what I mean? Like he's not impacting it. Dart is 2 and 3 or 2 and 1 in his 2 out of 3 games he's won. So it's like, and it's you can credit it to mostly just Cam and Dart.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is to say, like, as much as you don't want to be biased, it's like they are probably the most impact players out of the draft so far, at least on the offensive side. You know what I mean?
I think so. I take Cam Skattebo over Genty in a heartbeat, which is, I think Genty's a stud.
Yeah.
But I just think Cam has that much of an influence and an impact on the game with his energy. I mean, you see him headbutt the wall in college. You're like, this guy just screams football. This guy just is going to be tougher than you. And that's what we need, and you're just seeing it. I'm really excited for the future in this team. And I really do wonder, like, what would our season look like if we started with them?
Yeah, I agree. I think you can think that, but I also think, like, it was good. We started with Russell. We have that. Like, now we know, Dart's the guy, as opposed to like, oh, we started Dart and now we're like 2 and 4. Everyone would have been like, oh, we should have sat him for a little bit. It's like we started Russell Wilson. We went 0 and 3 with it. And it's just like, we got to start Dart. He's the guy. And so now it's working out for us. So Giants fans, there is hope for you.
Yeah.
It is looking up.
Yeah.
Dart and Skattebo, they're the guys. Our D-line looks great. We've got a lot of things cooking for us right now. We're not saying it's this year.
Yeah.
I still don't think we make the playoffs this year, but there is a lot of hope.
There's future.
Now, a team that might not have too much hope.
Yeah.
The
New York Jets.
Lovely, beloved New York Jets.
Yeah.
What do you think is going wrong? Like, what is it that the Jets aren't doing right? Like, is there someone to blame? Is it the team? Like,
it's such a good question because it's like, I honestly don't mind the Jets. Like, I think they do have some studs on that defense. I like Glenn, I do. Especially with what he did over in Detroit. And it's like, kind of like, what is going wrong? Like, Fields isn't playing bad. I just genuinely think it's just players not stepping up. I think they hurt themselves a lot. But like Breece Hall, like where has he been? What has he become? I mean, he was a stud a couple of years ago and looked so promising. And where is he? Like, where is he?
So you think like Breece Hall is to blame for it, or like?
I think so. I think it's their stars and their so-called like players. Their impact players aren't impact players.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Is it? Dare I say? Is it time to get rid of them? Like, would you trade him? Like, what do you?
I don't
do
know.
with him?
I think the Jets are at a really, really interesting spot because I'm not a believer in a one and done situation for the coaching staff.
Yeah.
I think it is incredibly hard. Like when you're a new head coach, it's likely because you're the new head coach of a bad team.
Yeah.
And so I don't agree with the one and done, and I love Aaron Glenn, but it's just like, do you consider firing him? You know, like with Breece Hall, like he's your star running back. As much as I like Braylon Allen behind him, like he's not Breece Hall.
No,
I think Breece is too good to trade him. And then even like Garrett Wilson, like it seemed like yesterday, like he's so frustrated in the game, yelling at Aaron Glenn, like walks off the field with 5 seconds on the play clock because whatever the communication wasn't there. And it just seems like it's boiling over for the players and stuff like that. And it's like, where does the Jets front office, like where do you go from here?
I mean, it's just hard. It's like I completely understand where he wasn't right in what he did, but I understand his frustration. I mean, that's what losing does.
I mean,
if you lose every single game, you're gonna be
100%. Everyone in the NFL is a competitor.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Everyone's there to compete,
dude. And it's like it's not like these games are out of hand. Either, you know, like Broncos are a good team, 13-11. You know. Tampa Bay Bucks, good team, should have won that game, right?
Yeah.
It's like you could say that Pittsburgh Steelers, the first game of the season,
they should have won.
Should have won that game.
Yeah.
So these games aren't blowouts. I do like their roster, but they just don't know how to win.
They don't.
And it's like, where can you go with it? I don't know, but it's just like I think it's just an organization that just doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think here's what's tough, and I've talked to some of my Jets fans about this.
Yeah.
Like, let us know down in the comments what you guys want the Jets to be doing moving forward, because I know some of them, like, I've heard so many rumors Breece Hall is going to get traded. I've heard, like, Aaron Glenn might get fired and stuff like that. But, like, I've heard a lot of the Jets fans, like, don't want that. Like, I think they want to keep the roster together. They love Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
They love Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Like, they even love Justin Fields.
Yeah.
But I've heard half and half. I've heard some people, and I've seen it in the news recently, that like some are like give Tyrod the start. People in the Jets organization really feel like Tyrod gives them a better chance to win than Justin Fields, which like I don't fully disagree with. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like I think the Jets front office, their coaching staff, they've got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see
how
it all unfolds.
And they're not off to a hot start, and it's kind of getting to that time in the season where it's like,
well, yeah,
are you like, what are you damaging?
Yeah,
right?
Well, and I think that's what makes it difficult, right? Yeah. Is you're 0-6, the playoffs are not in question anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just like, while they have an easy schedule, they're not making the playoffs. You know, so it's like, how do we manage this team moving forward? You know, do we just sell the young guys, or do we just say, hey, we're going to trust our guys and we're just going to move forward and accept whatever this season is? This is a rebuilding season with a new quarterback, a new coach, you know, a lot of new pieces on the O-line and an evolving defense. They're trying to figure out their identity. Yeah. Like, you know, like, where do we go? Obviously, Sauce needs to pick it up. He's kind of lost it. Yeah. And, yeah, I think it's really interesting to see where the Jets go from here. So, yeah, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. Yeah. Jets fans, non-Jets fans, just give us your opinions on if you think the Jets, what moves they should make. And also let us know down in the comments about the Giants, if you guys are buying the Giants hype, or if you think me and Shane are just a little bit too optimistic about it. Yeah. So let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See you, boys.
Peace out.
Peace.